Hello and welcome. My name's Kathy A, and today I thought I would jump on the bandwagon and talk about Sephora's sale and things that I would recommend if I were buying from the sale. Of course, I just got my anniversary gift from my husband a couple of weeks ago and bought a bunch of stuff at Sephora, not realizing the sale was coming up. If you are a VIB Rouge, you can get 20% off today through the 11th by using the code Holiday Save. So I'll put that up there so you can remember. And I will talk about the items that I really like. But I would caution you with sales like this, it's 20 cents on the dollar. Okay? Just get something you really need. Just get something that maybe Sephora features that other places don't, because other places have sales too. I actually prefer Ulta to Sephora, but there are some brands that Sephora carries that I can't get at Ulta. So I'm going to recommend mostly things that you can find in Sephora and hard to find other places. So first thing I'm going to start off with is one of my favorite items from Sephora, and it comes out every year. I always get it, and this is the Favorites, the lashes. Lash Stash it's called. This is an incredible assortment this year. I am really, really impressed. I am wearing the false lashes. These are the Huda Beauty Scarlet Lashes. They apply really easily, but they do feel very heavy on the eye. It takes a little while to get used to them, but I do have them. They're the Scarlet Lashes from Huda Beauty, and they come in this Lash Stash assortment. You have the Lash Craft from Sephora, which actually is not a bad mascara on its own. It's the least expensive in this grouping. We have Marc Jacobs mascara, which is one of my absolute favorites. This is a fabulous mascara. Pat McGrath Labs mascara. It had kind of a prickly wand, but I saw little dots, which is a little scary for me. I don't like to see dots when I'm putting the mascara on. But as I jiggled the wand, the dots disappeared and formed nice long lashes. So the Pat McGrath mascara was very nice as well. Milk Kush mascara. Now this is a very wet formula. This is the one that has the oil from the hemp plant in it, which we're always kidding about. I like Milk Kush mascara. I think it's one of the better. I think it might even have made my mascara of the year last year. So I like it, but it takes a little bit of effort to put it on because it is a sloppy, wet formula, and sometimes people don't like that. This is the the YSL. I didn't like the YSL mascara. It's got a very shaped wand. It's hard and stiff, and when you put it on, the formulation is so thin it splatters. And so every time I put the YSL mascara on, I get splatters. So I'm not that crazy about that one. The It Superhero mascara is fine. A lot of you think it's your favorite. I had trouble with it smearing and getting on the upper lid after a long hot day at work. I would see smears and little dings above my eyelids, so I'm not a huge fan. Too Faced Damn Girl mascara. This one worked really well for the first 3 weeks, and then I don't know if it's just from the air getting in the tube, age, or whatever, but that one started to get a little bit clunky and thick, and it actually left dings on my eyes as well. But at first 3 weeks it worked great. This is the NARS mascara, not one of my favorites. I haven't tried this one yet. This is the Tarte Big Ego mascara. I have not tried that yet, so I will let you know. And then we have the adorable Roller Lash from Benefit. This one I think I also had difficulty with. I had tried a sample size of it, and it did kind of smear on my upper lashes. I have a lot of problems with that. As an older person, my eyes are sunken further into my skull, so I have a bone protruding out, or a hooded eye, really severe. If you have a severe hooded eye, these formulations, you keep blinking them up against your eyebrow here, they will eventually land little dings of mascara up there. So especially some formulations tend to melt easier than others. So, but this is a great assortment for the price. I think it was $48. It's $48, but it's definitely worth it. And in the sale with the 20% off, this is a fabulous deal. If you get nothing else at Sephora, this is my absolute favorite thing. Speaking of lashes, those Scarlet lashes did not come with glue. I used the Pure Lash Glue. I really like that. It's a safe green formula. Really, really nice. Perfumes. I love this. This is Stella McCartney, and this is a beautiful, this is the natural spray of the Stella McCartney. I believe it's just called Stella. Of course, there's nothing on here that says what it is. It is a light rose scent, and I'm about down to a third here. I use this often. I love this. I'm a Shalimar girl. I love Shalimar, but this is my alternate, and I also have one that smells like bourbon, vanilla, and citrus, but that's not from Sephora. Anyway, this is the Stella McCartney perfume spray, the natural spray. There's two versions. There's one with dark polka dots on it. I didn't care for that one as much. The light polka dots is the natural spray. That's the one that I really would recommend to you. For skincare, there's only one item that really wows me, and that is the Clarins Instant Smooth Perfecting Touch. This is the time to get this and try it. This is spackling paste for your skin. If you have deep marionette lines, lines under here, cracks, anything like that, a little bit of this stuff blended in, patted in, it adheres, it looks great, all your makeup goes over well over the top of it. This is like, I would say, a holy grail item for me, and I would recommend it. I have a lot of skincare, I have a lot of skincare sent to me. This is just an amazing product, and it's a primer for me. I also use a regular face primer, but this is the spackling that goes in the deep lines, and this is Clarins. For the face, my favorite contour, and you can get this at Sephora, that is the Fenty Beauty. It is the Match Stick, and it is in the shade Amber. Now, Amber it's a cream, and you just put, I will demonstrate it, now it's going to look really awful, but I just put a little V in the corner, and then I blend it with my fingers, and it makes this beautiful darkness to add a little bit of dimension to my face, and I just love this. I have used so many different contours, and this is my favorite. I have this is my second or third one that I bought. Fenty Beauty, the Match Sticks in Amber. This is the perfect contour. You can go right under here, you can go under here, you can go shape the sides of your face. It's not really a bronzer, it is more of a contour, so it will actually give you the optical illusion of having deeper lines under your cheeks, so you have a little more definition. So, perfect stuff. Now for highlight, I really have only one single, and these are small, so they're very inexpensive and they're worth it. This is the Becca Beauty Highlight in Vanilla Quartz. These are the minis. I think these are only like $22, but this is just a beautiful, beautiful, subtle on the cheeks kind of highlight. It's not over the top. You can build it up to make it a little bit more glowy. I like putting it on, you know, parts of the décolleté where you've got that nice bone structure. It looks really, really pretty. I don't get the full size of these because I would never use it in my lifetime, but the small minis are well worth it, and that is the Becca Beauty in Vanilla Quartz. For blush, for single blush, this is one of my absolute all-time favorites. I buy it every year, but I only get the single. Since they've been coming out with these smaller ones, I've been buying just the single. This is the Hourglass blush in Mood Exposure. And this is the perfect all-around neutral blush shade. It is very subtle. It gives you a natural glow. Absolutely a beautiful blush. and it looks natural. It's very good for the aging face. It's very age friendly, so I definitely recommend that as a blush. If you're going to go full sash here and you want a full palette, of course, every year they release a set. It's almost like a sampler of the best of. This is the Hourglass Edit palette, and this is Ghost, it's called this year. And now it has some things that it has every year, and it irritates people that they put some of the same shades in every year. But technically, if you're using that, you would probably use it up by the end of the year. So I think they're thinking you want it again because you've used it up. This has a beautiful setting powder, and it's safe to go under the eyes with this setting powder. They have two highlights. They have one for medium to dark skin and one for medium to light skin. They have a light bronzer here, and they have two blushes right here, two blushes. I don't know, I think I like last year's better, but they also had one that was more for darker skin tones. I think they may even be coming out with another one of these that's more geared towards darker skin tones. This is more for a medium to light skin tone person. The beauty and the wonder of Hourglass powders is you just need a little bit, and they add a glow to your skin, a natural glow, a natural sheen. It's not flat matte. Flat matte sometimes can make your skin look dry. So this is a really nice in-between thing. You can use too much of this and have a hot, shiny, glossy mess. And a lot of people complain about that. There is a mirror with the palette. It is a really nice assortment. All-purpose. You've got your bronzer, you've got setting powder, you've got blushes, you've got highlighter. It is a perfect thing, and since it's on sale, this is the time to get this. So absolutely beautiful. The Hourglass Edit Palette Ghost. NARS also has these little mini compacts, and they have two different shades in them. This is the one with Orgasm and Laguna. Laguna is a really nice bronzer, and then we have Orgasm, which is the most famous blush shade for NARS, and this is really time-tested. This is time-tested. Orgasm, it's a little shiny for some. I think some people find that they don't understand what all the hype is about. If you have not too much texture on your skin, this is a beautiful blush. There is a mirror with the compact. The bronzer is the perfect medium to light skin person bronzer shade. It's a very, very pleasant, it is more of a neutral. It's not too cool and it's not too warm. So a lot of people like Laguna as their bronzer, and this is both of them in one. I think this runs around $22 to $25. And then of course with your 20% off, you can get a little bit off on that, but I do recommend the NARS Duos. And these are found in the impulse aisle. They have little cubbies of different things, and that's where you'll find these. An unusual choice, and I like this series. The Just Peachy series from Too Faced was very good, and I think Sephora had the exclusive on that for some reason. You could get it on the Too Faced website, but Sephora has this. Ulta does not have the peachy section. This is the Peach Blur, which is it's a finishing powder for your face. It's not really like a face powder like you would set your makeup with. It's more of a finishing powder, because it has a slight cast to it of a pale rosy glow. So once you put all of your makeup on, you would take a large fluffy brush with this one, and you would go into it and just go all over your face and down your décolleté, and it adds a little bit of a teeny bit of color, a teeny bit of glow, and it makes everything cohesively go together. So I think this is a wonderful thing. If you're lucky enough to have a TJ Maxx near you, they were selling these for like $12.99 at TJ Maxx. If you don't, this is the Peach Blur, it's called. Yeah, this is the only version of this that you can get. but I really like it. I have to break into this with like a little toothpick. I will break into this because it does harden in the pan. Maybe that's why it's at TJ Maxx, I don't know. But the foundation, the Just Peachy foundation, is also excellent. If you see the Just Peachy foundation, swatch it and get your color and give it a try because it's really nice. Some people are put off by the scent that Too Faced adds to a lot of their products, and it's a shame that they feel the need to do that. But Jared thinks that all of your senses should be happy when you're putting makeup on, and scent is one of your senses. That he thinks chocolate, peach, happy scents will help you enjoy putting your makeup on. So that's his theory behind, I think, putting scent in some of the products. I didn't care for the peach scent so much, and so I don't have the peachy foundation here to show you, but I was very pleased with it, and I have sort of dry skin. I have a lot of deep lines, and it seemed to work really well with my skin. So the peach blur powder and the Just Peachy foundation are excellent from Too Faced. For eyeliner, I have Kat Von D's Tattoo Liner, and regardless of the politics of the time or whatever, you know, I don't necessarily agree with her. I probably wouldn't hang out with her if I knew her, but I don't know her. I don't know most of the people who own the makeup companies of the makeup I buy. So a lot of people are upset about the vaccination controversy, and they're not buying her makeup because of that. This is an excellent product. I'm buying it, and I think it works really well. I'm staying out of the drama, and I think that the tattoo liner in Trooper, which is a nice black, it really helps, especially if you're wearing false lashes. You can fill in if there's a space that shows the skin in the lash, or you can do a little, I call it an entry line to the lash, because when the lash goes on, there's like a gap of skin that shows, and if you draw a thin little line that attaches that skin to the lashes, it makes it look like a much more smoother transition. It looks a lot more professional, and also at the end you can add a little bit of a wing, or you can connect it down to just the lower part of your eye. This is an excellent liner because it doesn't move, it doesn't splay out, and the product itself, you have to shake it up. It comes out really, really well. You don't get a lot of bumps and bruises along the way, and I think that this is an excellent one. The closest thing to it would be the NYX liner, but I really like this, and I continue to purchase it. Now, speaking of Kat Von D, this is probably my all-time favorite palette, eye palette. I do purchase these. This is my 6th palette of this because I hit pan on many of the colors, and after a while you really, this is a beautiful concept, a beautiful combination. I know people have tried to imitate this. I still love this version. I think the formulation is perfect. It has the quadrants, the 3 quadrants. It has the warm, the cool, and the neutral quadrant. I think it's just an outstanding eye palette. The quality's good, blendability. It works with warm tone, neutral, or cool tone people, light, medium, and darker skinned people. It's absolutely a fabulous palette. I also did see this for sale at one point at TJ Maxx. So they do have this in Sephora for the 20% off. It's definitely worth it. I love this palette. And again, I'm staying out of that drama. I love the palette. It works well for me. I'm going to continue to purchase it. I love Viseart. I think Viseart has some gorgeous palettes. I just recently gave away the shimmer, the all shimmer palette. It was the first disappointing thing I got from Viseart. It's all different shimmers and all different colors, and I thought, oh great, I'll have a different shimmer color for any eye look I want. But I was disappointed in the formulations of some of them, and I wound up not reaching for it very much, and I thought that's kind of a waste to have it in my collection and not reach for it very much. So it is, I think I did give it away already. So I did get the smaller ones though, and I love them. The Rose Edit palette, this has smaller pans. It's got 12 pans, but you've got your basics in here. You've got a light color, you've got a medium color for your transition, and you've got your dark shade for your corners, and then you have a bunch of different colors for adding a little pop of color here or there, or changing the mood. You've got a nice beautiful bronze to line under your eyes. I love to line with a shimmer bronze under my eyes. I think it adds a little bit of sparkle without being over the top. And I love this pale kind of salmony color. I use that right in here, just in the corner. I call it the 10 and 2 o'clock. It just kind of melds the eye into a warmer kind of look and works them up into the brow area. It's got some shimmers here that you can use on your lid or just underneath the brow at the peak of the brow. I'm just loving this. I think it's a great deal. You've got a mirror. It's small. This is wonderful to travel with. It fits in your handbag or in your luggage. There is another one which I believe I got at the Beautylish. This is the Pro, and I'm not sure if this is available on Sephora, but I will show it. I think it is. This is the Petite Pro, and again you have your light shade, your medium shade, your dark shade, and then you have this dark kind of greenish black color. You have a beautiful like lime green, and I'm just going to show you that, what it looks like on your eye. I'm just going to pop it in there so you can see what it does. Don't be afraid of these colors. I mean, it adds something. You've got that beautiful bronze that you can line under your eyes with. You got a little pop of purple. You've got this beautiful light shade you can put right up at the peak of your brow just to catch a little light when your head moves. You do have a mirror here. This is also a wonderful little palette, and I think Viseart palettes, once you try Viseart shadows, you see the difference between the drugstore shadows and like the Viseart shadows. So there are some really high quality drugstore palette shadows, but for consistency and for every shade looking good, the Viseart palettes are outstanding. For lipsticks, there are 3 that Sephora sells that you can't really find anywhere else except on the house websites. One of them is the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in Bitch Perfect. And this is the color everybody likes because it is so versatile. It is your work color, it is your everyday color. It works with a range of different skin tones, age groups. It just crosses the line into a universal shade of lipstick that works for everybody. I love this. This is a wonderful shade. It is, it brightens your skin. It's your lips but better. It is all of those things. It lasts well, and I will continue to purchase this. Bitch Perfect from Charlotte Tilbury. Hourglass put this series of lipsticks out where you could buy the gold case with a lipstick in it, and then once the lipstick was gone, you can buy refill lipsticks of either that shade or a different shade. It just pops right in, and these are beautiful. This particular one, it's just gorgeous. Let me just put it on here. I think this is the I Desire shade. I'm not sure. I used the one that I had, and then I had 2 other refills. They don't have the names on the refills, so I just put it in there, and I really like it. So it's one of those things you've got to swatch and decide whether you like the shade or not. I wish I could tell you what shade this is, but it's a very perky kind of coral shade. I think it's called I Desire, but I'm not sure. That sounds familiar. But these gold cases are elegant and beautiful. I like the idea of you don't have to buy the case again. You can just buy the refill lipsticks. The lipsticks are, even though they seem very thin, they do last quite a while before you have to replace them. And I like that idea because you are replacing a lipstick some of us hang on to our lipsticks way too long, and they can turn, they can grow bacteria, they can do nasty things over time. So I like the idea of the gold case being refillable. I think that's the way makeup should start thinking about going, rather than just being throw away everything. So Hourglass lipstick. So that was the Hourglass lipsticks, and you can find them in Sephora's, and you have all of the shades that you can decide from. I would definitely swatch a few. In the winter time, they sometimes come out with a Christmas holiday set where there's 2 or 3 of these colors in one, and I think that's what one of these was. They are made in Italy, and very, very high quality lipstick, good coverage, good longevity, and beautiful colors. Speaking of Italy, Sephora themselves have their own line of makeup, the Sephora brand, and this is from their metallic lip stain line, and this one is number 106. This is also made in Italy, and this is the color I had on before I put the Hourglass on. This is the number 106. It's just a gorgeous coppery, corally nude shade. It's absolutely beautiful on. Let me just take off this and put it back on so you can see what it looks like again. Now these lip stains are extremely affordable and they're beautiful. I also have one that's a bright red, actually. I wear it once in a while when I'm feeling brave, but this is a great alternative to wearing a red. It's a conservative, more of a conservative red. So again, the VIB sale is going on today for VIB Rouge members. You can get from today till November 11th. You can get 20% off by using the code HOLIDAYSAVE. Holiday Save. If you are a VIB member, which means you haven't spent quite as much money as the Rouge, you get 15% off starting on November 7th. So starting on the 7th until the 11th, the VIBs get 15% off using that same code, Holiday Save. The Beauty Insiders, which are people that sign up to get the Sephora card and the mailings, they can get 10% off from November 7th through November 11th. So they've got a few days as well that they can get 10% off. So all of us in the Rouge category who've spent way too much money at Sephora this year, we get 20% off, and it's so tempting to want to like take my stuff back from my anniversary sale and then rebuy it again because I feel like, oh man, you know, I didn't get my 20%. So I hope all of you are having a wonderful week. Happy autumn, happy November. Remember, we have to turn our clocks back, fall back, spring ahead. Turn our clocks back on November 2nd into 3rd. So that's the night you get that extra hours of sleep, unless you have a dog. Okay? Everybody have a wonderful week. Have a beautiful day. Take care. Toodles.